Good evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falcor Bay. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for... He'll be... Usually you don't... Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? A perfect counter lands. They block the hook. Good counter punch. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That counter punch caught him clean. Well, I hope you brought your sunscreen. You're going to need it as we have our main event underneath the bright sunny sky.
Such heat. The cornermen need to be in.
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Oh, Mcgregor, this could be trouble. Appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
I've got to see that again.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
They exchange punches. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Talk about Mcgregor in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it up, get on with the job.
This round, he's not getting back up. Just keep him.
Here we go, it's round two. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Didn't land that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And they block the right uppercut. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You've got to swarm around your case. You know you've got to fight. You've got to hold him. You've got to tie him up. You've got to lean on him when he come in until the referee makes you break up. But keep your hands high because they will keep punching until that referee said stop.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That uppercut's blocked. A perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Straight right right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute...
The bell rings and we start the third. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. This fighter has that swarmer's mentality, taking away an opponent's reach, getting on the inside, and just banging and banging and banging.
To fight the swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance, because they will just stay in your face.
How about that time counter shot? Straight right just misses. He threw a punch. Ooh, Lee Mcgregor just got rocked. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
There's a counter shot. Oh my, Lee Mcgregor in trouble here. Lee Mcgregor on the canvas. We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin standing up to that shot.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Lee Mcgregor in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Román, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through counter, but you're still letting your powers on.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to...
And down goes Chocolatito. And you can see here on the replay, a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. tried to score with a jab. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. His stamina is off the charts. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
To make or break a fighter.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've let him...
Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab is slick.
around. Get back behind your jab.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full battle, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter. Straight right just misses. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
His stamina is off the charts. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Catch and shoot. A straight right just misses. Well done with that counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt. There's the bell to start round 6. Got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Drop their guard, they get caught. Only catching air with that hook. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Counter shot lands. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. doubt about who won that round. There's the bell to start round 7. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Punch, counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Love the variety. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Good counter punching. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Mcgregor in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight. And there's the bell for round 8. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Nice counter shot. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Straight right just misses. It's nothing but air on that left uppercut. Nice counter punch. Oh, and Mcgregor's been dazed. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Mcgregor in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more, but it might come down to who's in better shape.
Is when you talk about.
And we enter the ninth. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
And he he scores with the counter. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Punching. His stamina is off the charts. There's a counter shot. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
And he scores with the counter. Beautiful counter punch. Catch and shoot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Mcgregor in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
There's a lot on the line here.
There's the bell for round 10. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
What are they doing that now? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
Incredible work rate. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Oh, and now they're just rubbing it in. Back and forth they go. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Nope, that hook won't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Mcgregor in that last round. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. That 1-minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Beautiful counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Ready for that counter punch. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Missing with that jab. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Mcgregor in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You can't...
And there's the bell to start round 12. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. These guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Can't score with that jab. Nice counter. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
That right hook catching air. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Hook misses. That counter shot lands. Straight right just misses. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.